Happy New Year! Welcome back to the channel. I am so glad to be back with you guys. 2025 was rough, but I got through it and I am ready to get going on projects in 2026. So back in the summer, before I had my breast cancer surgeries, I had started cutting out these really pretty star table toppers, and I was going to give these as gifts. Well, that got put on hold, and so now I'm pulling everything out, all of my cut pieces, and trying to finish up these projects. But I wanted to show you how simple this is. This is perfect for beginners. And I wanted something, now that I've got all the Christmas down and got my blue and white back up, I wanted something to put on my table that didn't fill the whole table up, didn't have to be moved every time we went to eat, but I wanted something pretty and quilted. So I made this, and I'm going to show you step by step the instructions on how to make this. It's so easy. The pattern I found on Pinterest, and I will link that below, and I cut it out. You can tell I've used it a lot, and I put some laminating film on one side just to make it sturdy. But this is all you need, and you cut 6 of these out of different fabrics. These are my Christmas ones. I've still got a lot of pieces cut that I need to finish, and then you just sew them together. And then you can add some batting and a backing, and you can machine quilt it, and they make up so fast. I think they're really pretty, and I think they would make great Christmas gifts, or if you wanted to do some in pretty spring colors for Mother's Day, whatever you want to do. But I made this one. I'm going to show you right now, step by step, how to make this. Find the pattern in the description box below, and let's just get started. All right, the first step was to pull out some fabric pieces that I have in my stash. I have some navy blue and florals and white with navy dots. So I picked out which pieces I wanted to go into this table topper. You need 6. So I cut 2 of the white polka dotted and 4 of the florals. And it's really easy. I just pinned the scrap pieces together. This is a great way to use up those scraps. And I think this is going to match my dining room perfectly. So you just cut out 6 triangles. All right, all my pieces for this table topper have been cut out. Now I'm just kind of playing with it and laying these out, deciding on how I want my pattern to go. You will be sewing together this in 2 sections of 3 diamonds. So this is how I'm going to do it, and I'll start pinning. Now, like I said, you're going to do this in 3 sections, so I'm going to take the 2 top pieces there, pin those in place, and then I'm going to sew a 1/4 inch seam line across that seam. So just take this over to the sewing machine. I'm going to sew that open. Then after that is sewn, we take the next piece and we're going to sew it to the bottom of that. So first sew this section, press, then open up your seam and pin on your next section. All right, I'm over at the sewing machine, and I'm going to stitch down this side, again using a 1/4 inch seam line, and it's pretty fast and easy. Just sew straight down. Then we're going to open this up and press open that seam. I like to keep a little mini iron and wool pad right by the sewing machine so that I can quickly press open the seams and keep moving. So there it is. I've got my little iron, and we'll get busy ironing open that seam. All right, after pressing it, I'm going to pin that next section, put the pins in place, and then we're going to sew down that side. Okay, again, using a 1/4 inch seam line, I sewed right down that other section. I'm going to press it just like I did the first piece, and then you repeat the whole process on the other half of the table topper. All right, both sides of the star have been cut. Now I want to square this off, so I'm just going to take my rotary cutter and line this up and just kind of trim that point and get everything pretty much equal on both sides of the stars, and then we'll pin that together and sew it. All right, both sides have been trimmed up nicely, and now we're going to pin these together, and you really want to make sure your center points all line up. So I like to place this in the position, put a pin in, and then flip back to make sure that my points are all perfect. All right, you can see my points don't match up here, so we're going to take the pin out, reposition, and I'm going to lift that up and make sure I match those 2 points, then put a pin right there in the middle of that point. Then we'll look at it again, and if it's good, we'll put it on the sewing machine and sew up right straight down the middle. Now, to make sure that all my points can be seen when we open up the star, I did a 1/8 inch seam line very close, and you can see all of my points came out perfectly. So that's just a little trick. You want to be very careful when you're sewing your 2 pieces together to make sure everything looks nice and pretty in that middle section. All right, now we're moving on to the next step, and that is to cut out our batting. I had some cushion wrap batting that's nice and thick, and so I am using that on this one, and it really makes a nice puffy quilted look to the project. So I'm just laid my star right on top of the batting and going to cut this out. Really easy, cut it all the way around, and then we're going to cut out our backing. All right, after I've cut out the batting and the star, I'm going to lay this right on top of my backing and then pin it in place and go around again with the scissors and cut out the backing. Okay, I'm just finishing up trimming this around and making my backing, and I want to make sure when I take the backing off and lay it right sides together that I have cut it. I place it the way I cut it out so it matches perfectly. All right, there it is. There's the star. There's the backing. We're going to unpin this and then take the backing and move it around to the front because we're going to sew all the way around, leaving a small opening for turning. All right, you can see I'm placing it right sides together, and I'm going to pin this in place, and then we'll take it over to the sewing machine, sew it all the way around. I left about a 3-inch opening down one side for turning, and that worked perfectly. Make sure you back stitch on both sides of that hole that you're going to leave open, and then we're going to turn, and I like to press this out, so I'll show you that next step. All right, I'm using a 5/8 inch seam line to sew all the way around, making sure you do all your points of your stars, and it's pretty easy. Just sew all the way around, making sure you leave that gap for turning. When you get to that middle section there, make sure you stop your needle, then pick up the presser foot and turn it to go to the next star point. That gives you nice points inside of the star as well. So when I get down here to the end, I am going to stop, lift up my presser foot, and turn so that I make a nice straight point. All right, after I've sewn, I want to go back and check and make sure both pieces of fabric were caught up in the seam line. Sometimes your fabric may shift a little bit and you've missed a section, so this is just an extra little precaution I like to do before turning. Then I'm going to trim off and clip those corners of the stars so that it's nice and flat when I turn it. I'm going to clip the corners right there and then cut off some of that fabric around the tips. Okay, now I'm ready to turn, so I'm just going to reach up in here and start turning. I have a chopstick that I like to use to help pull out all the points, but this takes a few minutes to pull all of that batting and top through the hole. Once you get it all pulled out, we'll go over to the ironing board and press it, check all our seams, and make sure everything got caught up in the sewing, and then make sure we push out those star points. All right, I got it all turned. I'm just going to lightly press this to flatten it out some before I start top stitching over it. And this is a great tip. Make sure you fold in that 3-inch gap, and you can catch that with your seam line. We will be sewing each individual diamond, and then you'll see how beautiful it turns out. It just makes it look so pretty once you sew those quilted seam lines down. It just really looks pretty. Right, I'm back at the sewing machine, and you can see I have sewn each individual diamond all the way around. I did kind of pin these in place, and everything turned out great machine stitching this. I was very pleased with that. I started over in this corner, just worked out perfectly when sewing all around each diamond. And I just kept everything nice and flat as I machine quilted around each one of these pieces. So it is pretty easy, and once you make one, the rest will fly through by because you know what to look for and what to do. So I encourage you to make these. These are so much fun, and they look really pretty. And it's a good way to use up your fabric stash. All right, it's all machine quilted. Look how pretty that looks. I really like the thicker batting. The Christmas ones I made was a thin cotton batting, but I'm really liking this polyester thicker batting. It just looks more puffy and looks more quilted. So what I'm doing is I'm going to place this in the middle of my dining room table. I've got a cute little white bowl of candy to put right in the middle, and that's perfect. Looks great in the dining room. So I hope you'll give this one a try because it is so much fun and so easy and make great gifts. If you'd like information on how to make that china plate wreath, I have a video on that and a video on how to make a winter pillow. I will leave those in the description box below. Stay tuned for many more projects coming up. I'm pulling out a bunch of my fabric and really getting busy this winter. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Have a very blessed year.